Good evening, Your Majesty, you tax-dodging bitch.
Look at Jimmy's face. I
He's just like, I don't know what to do.
Welcome back, lads and lassies. It is your favorite couple from the Midwest, and today we're going to be taking a look into Jimmy Carr again. Like I mentioned before, he's one of probably my top favorite British comedian. Like I said, there's still plenty I need to be checking out, and hopefully we'll be doing that in the near future. But it's Jimmy Carr, probably Sean Locke, and Michael McIntyre.
Oh, the ones to check out more of?
No, those are just my top three as of right now. No, there's a huge list, like Billy O'Connell. There's a huge list of ones to check out. Anyway, we're going to be checking out his Tax Evasion explained on 8 out of 10 Cats. We recently got into 8 out of 10 Cats, and it's hilarious. And one of them I mentioned he did tax fraud or something.
Yeah, we never heard the full story on that one, but they keep referencing it for sure.
And a lot of you guys said what he did was not illegal. And anyway, so I found this clip, and I figured who better to explain what happened but Jimmy Carr. So that's what we're doing here today.
And a bunch of other comedians, apparently.
I think they just roast him. But anyway, that's what we're doing here tonight. We're going to be checking out Jimmy Carr on his tax evasion in his own words. But before we get into the video, though, as always, like, share, subscribe, turn that notification bell on if you haven't. Comment down below and let us know if you guys like this type of content, and we will continue doing 8 out of 10 Cats. Also, maybe we can do a full episode at some point. We will see. Anyway, guys, let's get right in this video and just hear what Jimmy Carr has to say about his tax evasion.
Explaining to do.
Well, I think he did years and years ago. But since we recently just came across him, we have no idea. So
he'll explain it to us now.
15% of prisoners are on drugs. How do they get hold of so many drugs in prison? I guess they're smuggled in by some arsehole. Yeah, bum jokes still work. Good news. The average Brit spends 121 hours sitting on the toilet every year, which is about 20 minutes a day if you can work it out, or 40 minutes a day if you can't work it out. And Mexico City is the worst place in the world to be a commuter, especially for me. I work in Shepherd's Bush.
don't do that.
Right, well, I can't put it off any longer. Let's get started.
I don't think I've ever seen the intro.
I have.
Of course you have.
What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean.
That's so funny.
Sean, Sarah, Georgie, anything you've been chatting, anything caught your eye in the papers?
Well, Jimmy.
This week.
There's dying to get into it.
We all like to put a bit of money away for a rainy day, don't we? But I think you're more prepared than Noah.
Nice.
I think you've grabbed a few headlines this week. In fact, when I heard that you were on the front page of the paper, to be honest, I was expecting a lot worse.
I mean, yeah.
I was expecting to see like one of those white police tents and a copper holding your laptop in a see-through carrier bag. So I was quite relieved when I found out what it was really for.
On the plus side, at least you've been in a top 5 list of something.
Burn.
Blimey.
Georgie Thompson?
A positive spin on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a positive spin. Thank you.
We can all now see why you work so hard. You get to keep all the money.
I love how Sean Locke's just tearing into him.
I know.
I gotta admit though, give credit where credit's due. Like the fact that Jimmy Carr knew this was gonna happen, and just
he set him up for it.
He's just taking it though.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Which is exactly what he did do. He just took it off.
But you've apologised, haven't you? You've apologised today.
I have apologised, Sean, and in my defence... No, I got nothing.
I just want to ask you this question, because in your apology it said, my accountant said to me, do you want to pay less tax? And it's totally legal. Can you answer, when you were having that conversation, were you on a telephone and was there thick plastic glass between the... Did he have like a sort of boiler suit type uniform? And a very sort of brutal haircut? Because the best accountants, that's where they are, in jail.
Your money was in Jersey. Did you just go like on a holiday once and think, this is lovely? Probably just going to leave some stuff here. You know, like at my boyfriend's, I've got a hairbrush. You know, that sort of thing.
Her accent is so great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's the case, is it? No.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You know what? OK, now this is me getting political. Shit. Now, well, sort of. There's no essence. I mean, what Tony... No, it's not Tony Blair now. It's our Prime Minister.
You are near enough.
No, it's Nick Clegg, what's his name? What's his name? He's so nondescript. Wanker. Let's call him Wanker. Okay, there you go. Now, for him to say it's immoral, I mean, I think that's a bit wrong from him, isn't it, really? I mean, you know, talking about moral...
I know. What have I ever said about David Cameron?
Exactly. And
Literally hundreds of things every week.
If they hadn't made that law, you know, they made it for them originally, you see, so it's all right for them. It's just not all right for the common man. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think anyone is thinking of me as the common man.
That's exactly what I was saying. It's like Jimmy Carr being a common man? I don't think so.
Yeah, he's pretty up there on the popularity list.
Well, I think he's very, very rich.
Well, yeah, apparently. Not so much anymore, maybe.
I don't know if they were covered, but I know people mentioned, I looked up, and like something like there was a G7 meeting, and the Prime Minister actually took the time out of the meeting to come out and kind of roast Jimmy Carr on live TV or something. So yeah, that's just crazy having like your pretty much, you know, equivalent of our president coming out and
knowing who you are for one.
Well, I mean, that's not that surprising, but like coming out and actually like saying you by name and like giving you crap for not paying enough taxes.
And also, and then they're saying about, you know, you're going to take Gary's OB or MBE away, you know what I mean? I mean, at least he gives us pleasure with his song, You Make Us Laugh. What do they do when they rape us for our fucking tax? Nothing. They make us cry.
So he's defending Jimmy Carr.
Louis, I mean, Jimmy is funny, but 1%, fuck me.
Yeah.
You beat him down a bit, Jim. You did go, look, can't we call it 0.5?
Any political rant is weakened by not knowing the name of the Prime Minister.
Yeah,
I think Louis' political opinions are best expressed through the medium of dance.
Is he a comedic dancer?
He is a dancer, though.
I was saying, it seems like he knows. Just moon Jimmy.
That was all for Jimmy. That was like totally a Danny Kaye thing right there.
I don't know Danny Kaye.
Not Danny Kaye. Chris O'Donnell from Singing in the Rain. That type of acting.
Oh, Chris O'Donnell? Yeah.
Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah,
That just the flamboyant miming is very much something he would do.
Look at Jimmy's face. I paused
He's just like, I don't know what to do.
He's like, what do I do with this information?
I'm gonna make that a thumbnail, maybe.
I didn't think I could feel any worse. but there it is.
I thought this week of all weeks we might get to the second round before you did a dance. I didn't think... What a pleasure it is to be sat next to the only man in Britain more flexible than your accountant, Jimmy. We were here a week ago, weren't we, having a good old laugh? And now you've lost the moral high ground to News International and David Cameron. They can only make jokes about Hitler, Harold Shipman and Chico from the X Factor. That's it. I don't understand. Tell me it's all a lie.
Well, John, I hate to sound like I'm passing the buck, but I tell you who I blame for this whole mess. Me. It's entirely my fault. It's actually quite a complicated arrangement, but I think from a legal standpoint now, I'm actually a member of Take That.
Should have got my accountant. I got a brilliant accountant. Best accountant in the world. I got Stephen Hawking. Please put my money in another dimension.
Why didn't they make Gary Barlow the poster boy and not you?
Well, I think lots of people said in the papers this week, yeah, why is there one rule for pop stars and one rule for comedians? But may I be the first to say, absolutely fair enough. It's Gary Barlow. He used to be in Take That. Leave him alone.
What's it called now? Keep that.
I never knew what OBE stood for. It turns out it's offshore banking expert.
Well, wasn't the worst thing? You were saying, weren't you, they put a fat picture of you in the paper.
That was unfair.
That's fucking sacrilege. Look at him. The epitome of health, thin, gorgeous, a well-tailored suit, and they put a fat picture of him in the paper.
That's what he's supposed to think about.
I'll be honest, that wasn't the worst thing about my week.
In the East End, you are a godlike figure now, though. You're known as the slippery one. You've overtaken the Cray twins in respect.
I quite like the new you, because I've never seen you vulnerable before.
It's humble, isn't it?
It's quite sexy, to be honest.
What, you and Louis?
I like a man who looks like he's on the verge of tears at any point.
He does look like he needs a bit of a cuddle, doesn't he? He does.
He does really look like he's having a little bit of a rough time.
Kind of. He just doesn't have a way to...
Oh, I'm sure at the time I was like, oh, it's fresh and probably annoying. And the fact that everyone was probably talking about it. And the fact that he knew he's going to have to go through this.
Maybe. It's hard to tell because he's, a comedian, an actor. He knows how to play it up or, just taking the silent treatment. But it's funny.
No.
He does look like he needs a bit of a cuddle, doesn't he? He does.
No.
There should be absolutely no sympathy at all. I mean, I really appreciate it, but there should be no sympathy for me at all. It's my own stupid fault. That's what it is.
You accepted it.
I think actually what it is, G, you've got an illness. I think you're actually...
It's not in the papers till Sunday.
I think you're suffering from a problem that's affecting a lot of people. It's called tax intolerance. I think you've got that quite badly.
Tax intolerance?
You might even be HMRC positive.
I do wish that you could, just say that, oh, I'm tax intolerant. I just can't pay... I can't pay my 25-30% tax this year. I'm sorry. I can only do 1%.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
It's a real disease.
I honestly thought if I was going to get into trouble for anything this year, it would be a joke about the Paralympics.
Right. Well, you can still do that. Why not do the double?
Do anything now.
I think if UK Uncut get hold of you, you might be in the Paralympics by then. What I don't understand is there's been some defence of you, I'll say that. Ridiculous defence. The term legal loophole, that's like saying if someone bends over in front of you in the street, you are presented with a legal loophole. It's not really your
Don't say that
fault.
sitting next to Louis.
I don't call it a legal loophole.
Call it an administrative nightmare in your case, but...
Well, the thing is to remember is it's not illegal. What Jimmy did is not illegal. But then again, neither's farting in a lift, is it? But... I'll wait till I get to reception. You think...
It's just a dick move.
That's probably where you might have let yourselves and others down.
But, Jim, the one serious question I want to ask you is, did you not think there was a possibility you would get tumbled, as they say? Because that's what I would have thought, and I didn't go to Cambridge. It might come out,
Yeah, I mean...
Did you not think that, or did you just think, fuck 'em, I'll ride it out?
Not at all. I didn't... I mean, I think not to be glib about it, but I don't think I really thought at all.
You didn't think it might come out?
No, I didn't. I didn't think about it at all. Just thought it's a, I don't know, but I just didn't really think. That's no, that's a really stupid thing.
I'm not saying...
I made a very, very poor judgment call on what to do.
Have you got that 15 quid you owed me then?
I could tell you about the work I do for charity.
Okay, kind of random, but 15 quid. Is that similar to pounds? Is that just another term for pounds, or is quid a whole nother currency? Like, where does quid come from? We shall see.
Gotta look it up. It is a slang expression for a British pound sterling or British pound.
Okay, so it's the same thing. It's just a different word for it.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
it's
like
slang.
we call it $1 or a buck. So
yeah, a buck would be the quid.
Okay, Because I've heard that before, and I'm like, wait, is that the same thing? Mickey Flanagan, he is British as well.
I think he's Scottish.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I knew his accent was a little bit stronger.
No, he was born in. He's English.
Oh, he is English.
Okay.
Okay, he just seems to have a little bit thicker accent.
Yeah, for some reason I thought that he was
Maybe a
Scottish, but I must be mixing with Frankie Boyle.
Yeah, I knew Frankie Boyle was. Very obvious for him. But maybe he's got just a little bit of Scottish in his accent as we're learning.
I don't know.
accents.
Jimmy Carr really does seem a little bit irritated.
I don't know about irritated or just kind of like not in a humorous mood.
Maybe.
Like he's not cracking as many jokes on himself. Maybe it's just because it's a fresh wound still when this video came out.
I'm sure he's just kind of done with it. Like he probably wants to just stop talking about it, but he knows he has to.
Yeah, and just get it out of the way.
I could tell you about the work I do for charity, but I don't think lying's going to make this any better, is it?
Line.
But you've been a bad lad and you've apologised.
Yeah.
So that stands for something, doesn't it?
But men learn very quickly that sorry is not enough. You learn that you go home and you go, I'm really sorry, I should have come home this year.
Well,
and the words don't go as long as you're
When
sorry.
will you learn that flowers solve everything?
You think I should buy David Cameron flowers?
Sending the biggest bouquet he's ever received.
Well, here's the weird thing about Cameron commenting on it, because it's a classic thing of a politician, like sticking his finger in the air and going, which way is the wind blowing? I think I'll comment on this. I think, this might, he's got, morally, I'm not defending you at all, but morally, last week, he left his 8-year-old daughter in a pub. I don't think, he's a big sort of moral champion. It's well known that his dad kept his fortune offshore, and he's the recipient of that. I don't really see why he had to get involved. It's like some 14-year-old girl who has to comment on everything. What next? Like Justin Bieber's haircut. Oh, I like that.
David Cameron got involved because he's in charge of the economy and he gets shit in the papers every day for having to fire nurses and doctors, and one of the reasons he has to do that is because there isn't enough money in the pot, and one of the reasons there isn't enough money in the pot is because not everybody pays their tax.
I still like Sean Locke calling out the Prime Minister, though.
No, okay, they were talking about the Prime Minister. Okay, I thought so.
It's still
All the
like,
time.
I guess Jimmy Carr needed to be called out, whatever, but still, like, was he the best?
Hypocritical.
Yeah, it's very hypocritical. Like, was he really the best person to do it?
Mm.
But surely, if David Cameron was that bothered about it, he could close the gap so that these things can't happen.
I'm sure he will do. But he didn't set the loophole up and point people towards it.
No, but I bet he fucking uses it.
Why is John defending the Prime Minister?
Basically, Jim, what you've done is you've single-handedly brought this out into the open, and by next week you're going to be wearing a cape, you're going to be going over the rest of the... Jimmy, the revealer!
Are you suggesting that I'm going to become some sort of government tax czar off the back of this?
Genuinely, I wouldn't worry about not working for the government. It didn't do Philip Green any harm. So I reckon you'll probably be Prime Minister in a couple of years.
There's that new TV show you can do, Through the Loophole.
I like Sean Locke to make him laugh.
Yeah.
How can you afford to live in a house like this? You're bad spec. I've got 3 words for you. Bush Tucker trial. This awesome.
Shall we see if my taxes are up there? Let's have a look.
Number 2.
Number 2, yeah. Holding, yeah.
This is probably a good point to say hello to the millions of extra viewers who will be watching this evening. So. Good evening, Your Majesty. You just can't get the jesters anymore, can you?
Oh. Yes, good evening, Your Majesty, you tax-dodging bitch.
I'm sorry. That was such... Again, like, John's, like, defending the politician, and Sean Locke's just, like...
just calling it out.
Shit.
Oh. Yes, good evening, Your Majesty, you tax-dodging bitch.
It wasn't...
It was one big celebration of tax avoidance, wasn't it? It was one big hearty slap on the back. 60 years, job well done. Millions sorted away.
Well, I'm not sure that actually explained a whole lot of what happened. It was more just the joking about it all.
Oh, that's all you need.
That's true.
It is
I was entertained enough.
I think from what I understand, and maybe we'll do another video, you guys feel free to send us
Fill in
one.
the gaps.
If you want to fill in the gaps, that's fine. If not, whatever. We got the jokes out of it, which is hilarious. Something like, yeah, he did some, obviously, like offshore, very common, like tax dodges.
Yeah.
But,
which I think a lot of rich people and people probably
yeah, no,
do
they
that.
do it all the
so
time. But he
just got caught doing it?
Yeah, but it was up to like 11.6 million pounds.
Oh.
So it was a lot of money. That and again, compared to like a politician, it's probably not that much. But again, like for an individual, the thing was he actually
for a common man.
He paid it all back though.
That's great. Oh gosh.
That's a lot of money.
I mean, if he saved that much, then.
Oh, no, I'm sure. I guess he probably had it or got it pretty quickly. I know I saw one clip and it was hilarious later on. I don't know when he said it, but he said he pays his taxes now, but he just upped his ticket price.
Oh, that's right. I've heard about that.
So he just like pretty much is making. He's still not paying taxes. He's just making everyone else pay them by upping the ticket price, which is hilarious.
So he still kept his normal wage.
Well, that's the same thing that like companies do. Companies like if a government, like I know over here in the U.S., like if the government wants to like tax the company more,
yeah,
then all the company does, like
is
let's say like Walmart,
yeah,
they just raise their prices to counteract the tax.
That or lower the wages of their employees, or
make it robotic, or
yeah.
they find a loophole even if they're paying the tax. Like
so they're still not losing out on money.
Or not much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of loopholes.
When you're rich, it's like obviously I'm not rich, but when you're rich, it's like it seems like a whole different ballpark.
Yeah.
Like it's just everything's different. Anyway, guys, let us know what you thought of the video below in the comments. I think the best bit was obviously Sean at the end.
Oh,
just with the Queen. That was just so unexpected.
Oh
gosh, definitely the more and more I watch of Sean I really am kind of sad he's passed.
Yeah,
he was so
didn't appreciate
he was
him enough.
so good.
Yeah.
Especially on this show, he's just his banter with Jimmy Carr is great.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all we have for the video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, thank you guys for the recommendation. I'm really glad we started this whole 8 out of 10 cats trend, watching whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
Checking out these bits. I've definitely been enjoying. I know my wife's been enjoying it.
Oh, for sure.
And I hope you guys are enjoying, because that's also very important too. Guys, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys once again. Please be safe, take care, and look after one another.